Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Primitive Gatherings, and it's live on Thursday again. Now, I should be on my way to Quilt Market, but I'm going to stay home one more year. Next year, I will be there for sure. So I thought I'd talk this week about what's going on at Market, which is my newest fabric line called Rustic Gatherings. So when we go to Market, we bring all of the quilts that we've finished for our latest design, and we get to talk to all the shop owners, and we usually have so much fun hanging out with my Moda sisters and all the Moda people from the headquarters, and I miss them dearly. But I'm gonna stay home one more year. So I'm kind of sad, but yet I'm kind of glad all at the same time because I just got back from a huge vacation and I'm still trying to catch up from that. So you get it, right? I'm just kind of like, But today is all about Rustic Gatherings, and I'm going to show you the line as close up as I can because I'm super excited about this line. We're going to be doing so much with it. We have a book with about 12 different quilts in it. And even though I don't have all the quilts with me because half of them are in Texas right now, a couple of them are just being finished being made, and then I do have two full finished already quilted ones here that I can show you. But it's really all about the fabric today. Now, I'm going to mention this again, but I'm going to mention it now. When I tell you right now, when I talk about Rustic, it's going to be on sale for a very short period of time. So if you really love these, or you want to do the sew along that we're probably going to do with this that I'll talk about later, make sure you pre-order your fabric now so you get the 20% off, because as of December 5th, when I have to put my order in with Moda and I see how many I've sold, I add a little bit to it, and then that's what I order. So I'm not going to have tons and tons and tons of fabric like I used to have, because it starts to pile up because I just guess at what we will need. So that's not really a really responsible way to order. And I'm trying to be better, but because I want all the fabrics, I want as many, fat quarter towers as I possibly can have. But I'm going to try to be good this next year and not overspend and blow the budget, even though I don't have a budget. But guess what? Now I have to have a budget. Being in this new building, I have to watch all the balls that are in the air. So you get it, I'm sure, that things have changed a little bit. So again, everything I'm going to talk about is going to be on sale for a pre-order until December 5th. So if you can't order it right now, you have till December 5th, and that's how it's going to work. But Rustic Gatherings is a line made up of beautiful antique reproduction prints in these beautiful colors. Cream, I don't want to say white because it does have a little cream to it. 2 oranges, which is like a squash color, and then like a pumpkin. And then we have 3 grays, which is a light, a medium, and a dark gray, and then some blacks. But this bundle divides really nice into 4s. So we have like a bundle we have like a section of 10 creams, 10 oranges, 10 grays, and then 10 blacks and dark grays. That's how that splits up very nice. And we are going to do some Primitive Gatherings special bundled pre-cuts in just color families alone as well. So when I'll tell you what that looks like. But this is probably a good shot of the color range here. If Kaylee is showing it, does that look good right there? Mm-hmm. Can we see that?
No, pull it down.
This way?
Yep. Keep pulling. Right. Keep pulling.
Going?
And then towards the camera.
That way? Go. All right. So this gives you a good idea of what the bundle looks like. And guess what? We finally changed my mug shot. I'm not a dark redhead anymore. I haven't been since 2018. One of those things that you never think about to do. All right, so Rustic Gatherings I'm going to flip through each one and show you each one of the prints. Now, these cream prints are the easiest to tell the different prints on because everything shows up the best. But here we have this really swirly, fun print with all the colors, the grays, the creams, and the blacks. And then this one right here, I am using in the quilt I am finishing up this weekend, but I love how the dots change from orange to black to orange to black. So I really, really love this really tiny itsy ditsy dot for a background. And then of course we have to have a stripe. So this stripe here is black and orange with the cream. Great for bindings, sashings, just all sorts of things with stripes. And I love to put stripes on as backings. And then look at this little bud. This is such a cute little ditzy, and we have it in two colors. So this one is orange with the cream, but if you love teeny tiny prints like I do, that's one for you. Now this here reads really fallish, so it has two leaves, one black or really dark gray, and then one of the oranges on that. So this line reads really fall. So here we have that same stripe again with the black and the light gray stripe in here. And I would say this is dark gray and not black. And then here's that second itsy ditsy in a dark gray. So it's really fun to not see it so harsh in black. We picked out the dark gray on that one. And then this fun print. You all know I love triangles. I wore my triangle shirt today. I know some of you, nobody really got my shirt today. Okay.
Wait.
All right. So name the triangles, right? Everybody get it or no?
I do now.
So it's, it's supposed to be, equilateral isosceles, right? But name the triangles. Jeffrey, Eugene. It's supposed to be funny. It's nerdy, okay? It's nerdy. But I love triangles. So whenever I see triangles, I love it. So I had to have this shirt. I will put this shirt, Heidi will put this on our blog, a link if you have to have the triangle shirt if you're nerdy like I am. We will show you where I got this shirt on. And we also put a link in my blog for you. But this print has tossed little triangles with this cute little spray of buds and leaves. And then look at this. Doesn't this look like a bandana? So very cool print here. This is my big print. That's as big as I like to get. And then this one, of course, real busy. So this one is kind of like, almost reminds me of like calico, only better. Only better. So those are all the creams. So this right here, Primitive Gatherings, is going to put bundles together of just these 10 prints. And you can get those bundles in fat quarters, half yards, or 1 yards. And these will all be 20% off if you order them by October 5th. The fat quarters are $32 for the 10, $56 for the half yards, and 1 yards are $104. I just totally would want 1 yards of these because I said to Jess, can we just have some bigger bundles of these? But to try to keep the cost down, we didn't want to do a whole big bundle of halves or 1 yards of the whole line because that can get a little pricey.
But we do have it available.
But we do have them available, of course. But we broke them up for those of you who can't buy them all, right? Because sometimes you just can't. You want to, but you can't. All right, and all of the normal pre-cuts, fat quarters, jelly rolls, layer cakes, mini charms, those are all 20% off too if I didn't mention that. And we are going to pick some winners today. So you know the drill. Keep commenting. Miss Heidi over there will pick some winners. I think she has 4 prizes for us, and we'll pick them at the end. I do have some quilts for sale, but we'll get through this Rustic Gatherings as well. All right, so now the squash color. So this is kind of like the brighter orange color, and then we have the more basic orange color that looks more like a pumpkin down here. So this, I'm just going to flip through the prints. Now you don't get each print in every color here, so like there's no stripe in the squash color, but there's a stripe here, there's no bandana here, so I'll flip through those just so you can see what your selections are on the oranges. So here's like what I call the calico. All right, so this line, even though they're showing it right now to shops in Houston, we don't get this till May of 23. I know that sounds like so far away, right? It's so sad that this doesn't come till then. But that's how the industry works. We place our orders as shop owners for the fabrics, and then we have to wait about 6 months for it to come in. And that is how it works. And we've been working on this line for probably almost a year right now, or at least 6-8 months. That's how far ahead we work. So I'm like 5 fabric lines down the road already from this one. So to me, it's nice to finally see that we can show people, we can talk about it. And okay, I'll stop talking. Show the prints. All right. So here is the bandana in the squash, and then the itsy ditsy with the black flower, the triangle print here, and then the leaves with the gray and the black. They're just, you can't pick a favorite because they're all so good. And then here's the stripe, bandana print, the dot, cream and black, the swirly, and then the calico. Those are the 10 oranges. Okay, so here we go into the gray. So this is really, I think with the addition of the gray, this is what makes it so current and so now and so cool, because of the soft gray that's been added to this. So here we have the triangle print with the bud and vine, with the oranges. Oh, look at that. Tone on tone type grays on here for the bandana print. We have cream and light gray for the dot. And then the calico here. And then the dark gray with the black mini itsy ditsy flower bud. And now it's time for the blacks. So here we have the calico, the swirly gig, the triangles, so beautiful, the bandana print, and then the dot in black. So that's set 3 of 10. All right, now the light and medium grays. Bandana, the dot with medium and dark gray, swirly gigs, triangles, leaves, swirly gig in the medium gray, the stripe, and then the medium gray with the little ditzy, bandana, and then the calico. So those are all of the 40 SKUs that are available for Rustic Gatherings. So I'll kind of lay them out there, and maybe you can get another quick look at them all. Is that okay, Kaylee?
I can't see the light.
All right, so all pre-cups, 20% off, all bundles, Primitive Gatherings bundles, like I said, and the book with all 12 of the quilts in is also 20% off. Got all Jess's notes there. All right, so I just want to show you, look at how close I am to finishing this quilt. Oh, I forgot to bring you the pattern. So it's 9 of these, a lot of white, and then the circles around each block. So super easy. I use triangle papers to do my 1.5 inch squares here, half square triangles. And then these are just flip and sews here. And these are just triangles that you sew together and everything turns out. So I will have this quilt done in no time now that I got all the little itsy bitsy putsy stuff done. So I can't wait to get that done this weekend. Here's my stack. Kind of see the back. I always like to see the back. So sometimes I press open, sometimes I don't. This is a pretty big quilt, so you don't really have to.
That one's
go
called
either
Home
way.
on the Range.
This is called Home on the Range. Yep, do you have a big picture of it?
Yep, and I
Can I
have the
see it?
size too.
Oh, you have a slide?
Yep, she's got
All right.
everything you have.
Okay. See that? See how good they are? I don't even have to show you what that's going to look like. All right. All right, so does this look good here? Can you see this?
Yep.
All right. So I'll just flip through.
I have those pictures.
Okay, so I'll just talk about them and you flip them up. So I'm going to give you a quick idea of the quilts that we're going to go with this line. We do not have the quilts up yet, right, Jess?
Everything is up.
Oh, so we do have the quilt kits up for sale. And are they on sale too?
Yep.
All right, so they're on sale as well. And I was going to say something, and now I can't remember what I was going to say. But, I wanted to tell you that you're going to notice in this line that some of these don't quite look like me. All right, and that's because we have a new designer helping us, and her name is Alicia. Hi, Alicia. And she has about 4 or 5 quilts in this book. And she's doing a fabulous job. And if you live like in the Southwest, you're going to love some of these quilts because I think they scream Southwest. And it's just fun to have somebody else help design. So the load just isn't all on me. And I so appreciate her helping out and doing such a fabulous job. She's been sewing her little heart out so we can get these quilts back out to Moda so they can bring them to the show. So Alicia, I hope somebody's there to take some pictures of some of the quilts that you have there as well. So the first one I'm going to talk about is called Roundup. So Alicia designed this one, and I love the gray background on this one. Very easy and very contemporary all at the same time. So that one, and I want to tell you that going forward, we have decided that we are going to put all of our quilt kits in a project tote or a kit keeper. So they're not going to come in those crappy plastic bags anymore. They're going to come in a really nice zip tote that says Primitive Gatherings on it. And that way they'll look beautiful. And then after you make the quilt, then you'll have a nice tote for storing all of your projects in, because we know that we can never have enough of those project totes. All right, next up we have Country Courthouse. Isn't it beautiful? We try to do some easy quilts and some difficult quilts in the book. So it's not all super simple or it's not all hard that, oh my God, I can't make any of these. So we try to cater to all the skill levels. And this, as a log cabin or courthouse, is, I don't want to say as simple as it gets, but there's no triangles in there, so a lot of people will love that. And of course, if we starch, everything comes out nice. All right, Autumn Sky is the next quilt I want to show you. And we are going to show these quilts live and in person at some time as well. So it looks like that.
I don't have that one.
All right, you don't have that one? We won't talk about that, no. All right, we won't talk about that one. All right, put up Thunderbird.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to we're going to show you all the quilts live and in person, but obviously, like I said, they're all in Houston. But we want to get you pre-ordering now, or at least thinking about it, so you don't miss out on the sale. So that's why we're kind of going through this now without the quilts. But, okay, Thunderbird. Wow, isn't that cool? This is another Alicia design here. And there is no way in heck I was going to piece that. So I think she's almost done with that one. But it's going to be beautiful and super fun. Okay, Home on the Range, we already talked about that. So you can pop up one more picture, show them that. So that's the one I'm making right now, and we'll be done. And like I said, super fun, easy, just real quick sewing. I was actually, did a lot of it while I was teaching sit and sew. When nobody needed me, I would quick sew a few triangles, and before you know it, it was all done. One of the smallest quilts in the book is called Desert King, and that one is a 48 by 48, nice like lap quilt with a big impact. Super easy, and we used 3 fabrics in it, and they're all the same print. They're all that same swirly, and that is going to be fun. You can always border it if you want it a little bit bigger, like maybe you want 60 inches. You can always add a border. I try to keep different price ranges in our quilts as well. All right, next up, Trading Post. So Trading Post, again, that's another one that looks really Southwest-ish. That's an Alicia design right there. And super fun. Not too hard. I think she got that baby done in no time. Is that what this one is?
That's that one, yep.
Okay. All right, I'll try to, this I think is the biggest quilt in the book. It's gonna tower over me, but, you wanna come?
Yeah.
All right. Heidi's gonna sneak back here and help me. All right, so we'll try to get you this as nice, as big as possible, kind of there. You can kind of see it. But isn't that cool? Perfect guide quilt for fall. And there's the back, yeah. The calico is on the back. And remember, if you forgot, this line does not come out till May. So long away, make us work. And one of the things I'm working on, and I don't have it finished yet, and I don't have the design done yet, but what I want to do is there's another fabric line. Jess, can you get me the moto book and grab that for me so I can show them about the other fabric line from Sweet Fire Road that looks like a lot of the same colors as mine, but hers is Halloween. It has a lot of Halloween prints in it, but I'm going to collide the two together for a stitch along, sew along, quilt along, whatever you want to call it. But I think I'm only going to be using like fat eighths, I think, of everything. So I'll show you that. So here is Sweet Fire Roses. So you can kind of see the colors are pretty much exactly the same. Here you go. If I lay it right here.
Yep.
So how you can see that.
Pull it down and pull it towards you. There you go.
There?
Yep.
Her colors are, I don't want to say they match perfectly, but it makes a nice array of oranges and creams and blacks, and I think, is there a gray in here too? No. But when the Moda girls were here, Tammy had one of these fat eighth towers, and I'm like, do you think I could have that? Because it really looks good with mine. So that's what I have in mind for a stitch along coming up. And we will have those fat eighth towers up on our website too for sale. Make a note of that, Jess, okay? Yeah. All right. Things we forgot about till we go through that. All right, so then next up, a Rocky Path. Do you love these strippy quilts? You don't have that one either?
Not Rocky Path.
Rocky Path?
There's about 3 of them that I didn't have.
Okay.
There's 3 of them we didn't finalize with Fabric.
Oh, okay. So we're just, as we make these, we really make sure that the fabric is right and that we have enough in case you make a boo-boo. So there's 3 quilts in here that we have not quit. They're not finished, so we don't want to put a price out there and then have to change it on you. So this is one of them, Rocky Path. It's just a strippy quilt with some fun half square triangles on the edges of the strips. All right, then Pumpkin Spice is a snowball quilt, but it has a plan to it. So it has like a pattern to the snowballs with the grays and the creams and the mediums and the dark blacks. So that is super fun. I love doing snowball quilts. Very mindless, great leader ender projects if you're into that. All right, and then this is, I think, is the showstopper of the whole book, Montana. So this is a collaboration of Alicia and I working together with that little bear paw with that little 9 patch in the middle of it. And very easy kind of Seminole border on that as well. And this quilt is not very big. It's only 60 by 60. So that, I can't wait for you to see how tiny that is in person. Okay, Rustic Trail is very traditional, kind of, I want to say Oklahoma Trail type block with the 9 patch or the 9 patch looking alternating blocks, and very easy quilts. That one is a small quilt as well, 57 by 57. And then last we have Desert Flower. That's a beautiful quilt.
I don't have that one either.
All right. See, there's some for you to have later on. We keep some back. But that's a beautiful, beautiful quilt, especially if you like to make flying geese. All right. So I think, does anybody have any questions on Rustic Gatherings that I can answer right now?
When does the pre-order have to be in for discount?
The pre-order, December 5th. That's when we're going to take it off. The discount comes off because that's when I have to have my order in for Moda. Okay? Anything else, Jess?
No, they
No?
love it.
They love it. Isn't it beautiful? So yummy. So good. All right, so let's pick 2 winners now.
Farah Masood.
Okay.
So if you want to repeat that, and then
Alright.
Carew Mitchell.
Ooh, some nice
Interesting.
names, huh? Easy ones, huh?
Sure.
That was funny. No. All right, Yuletide Gathering Charm Pack. We have for Farah Masood. That is yours. Please email us at the address that Kaylee has on the screen right now. Carew Mitchell, you get a quilter's journal. Perfect for next year. It's coming for you to do all of your logging and journaling in that. All right, I'm going to need you again. Okay. So I wanted to be under the close-up camera here so I could show you those prints. But this is not going to be easy to show you these quilts that we have for sale. So these are quilts that you can buy and add to your collection. We have to let some of them go. So this is a beautiful, beautiful fall quilt. Can we go like this? All wool applique. Yeah, it's got some little
Fuzzies.
things on it. All custom quilted. This is a Granola Girl design from about 20 years ago. So this hung in Nick's office for a long time. And like I said, I made it 20 years ago. And it's still pretty and still beautiful. And what does that price tag say there, Miss Heidi?
$600.
$600, and it's yours. So if you want this quilt, you need to contact store at Primitive Gatherings.
Looks like you made it yesterday.
.us. Is that what we did?
Call.
Call?
She says to call.
Oh, Call 920-722.
Not the gathering.
7233 and tell them you want this quilt. And yes, I stitched it long time ago. Whoa!
Sorry.
Props coming down.
Just put it down on the ground.
Okay. Some of these, it's hard to see them go. All right, this is a small quilt that I did for a mystery probably 2007. So this is a friendship star with a friendship star. It has a pantograph design on it in a spiced tea colored thread. And of course it's 2 blocks, has alternating chain block in the middle, scrappy borders. This looks a lot like Joe Morton's fabric from way back when we first opened the store. And this quilt is $400. All set and ready for you, or we can give it away as a gift. And I actually did that whole quilt. I did the quilting on it, I did the piecing on it, everything. And here we go. Last quilt for sale that you can buy.
This one feels neat.
Yeah, this is so cool, right? This is half square triangles. Kind of like a lap quilt for the couch. It has, it is a cream fabric, but it has a green tinge to it,
Totally.
I would say. And it is very closely stippled. I believe this is done, I did this by hand. I didn't do this as not a pantograph. It's not perfect. I did that on my long arm when I first got it. And there's a funny story about this quilt. When I was gone to Quilt Market, my basement flooded, and my studio used to be in the basement of one of our previous houses. And all these blocks were laid out on the floor, because sometimes we use our floor as a design wall. And when my basement flooded, my mother had to find them all floating around in the basement. And she collected them all up and washed them for me, because she thought that was the best thing to do. My unpieced little 6-inch blocks, she washed. But guess what? They were already pre-shrunk because I starched and did all that stuff, and they went right together for the quilt, no worries. That quilt is $600 as well. Again, the whole thing was done by me. Thank you.
Okay.
And you could make one of those quilts yours for your collection. Any questions on any of those quilts coming in?
No.
And I think those of you who have bought some of those previous quilts, if the quilts do not sell, we do put them on our website, and it's under new, right? And then it's under
Quilts for sale.
Quilts for sale. So we'll keep them there if they don't sell right away. And if they don't sell for a long time, maybe we'll lower the price a little bit. Some of these mean a lot more to me than others, so I might, that might be how I base the price.
All the prices on the website under Rustic already have the 20% taken off of them, or
Okay.
the discount taken off of them. So they won't see when they check out an additional discount is already on there.
Okay, so if you didn't hear that, the quilts for Rustic have already been discounted. So that's already built in there. You're not going to see another charge or a discount at the end. What do you need, hon?
Nick's quilt is already sold. The one from his
Nick's
office.
quilt? Okay,
There it is.
it's down here. All right, so the acorn is already gone. Yay! Make sure you write down what word it's going to. I like to know where all my quilts live. Thank you so much for buying that. It's such a good one. I don't want to see it go, but really, it's out of hand at this place. When you've been quilting for 25 years,
What else we got around here?
it's out of hand. And then when I buy quilts, it's like, whew. But I'd rather have you guys have a piece of Primitive Gatherings than me just stacking them in my closet and nobody seeing them. So another winner is Florence Jovino. You win a Little Gatherings book. Sweet. And then Kelly Coombs, you are getting some embroidery stencils for crazy quilting. I hope you do that. If not, you're going to have some fun. Watch my videos, Kelly. That shows you how to do all those fancy stitches. All right. So I think that's all I have for you today, unless there's any other questions before I sign off.
Nope.
No? 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 All right, guess what we're doing right now? We're working on Primitive Christmas. Where Jess is actually excited over there. She got that little boy who's excited for Christmas, so she wants to make a bunch of stuff. So that's exciting for me to see her wanting to do some of those things. So we are going to have a ton of new stuff for you for Primitive Christmas. And if you're new and don't know what Primitive Christmas is, that's our biggest event that we do during the year. It is November 17th through the 20th, and we do lots of free patterns and a free kit for like a pin cushion or an ornament or something like that for you to purchase. With a $40 purchase, you get all those things free. And Jessica has something else for me.
And we may have puppies here for...
Oh, so I got this, weird idea, because the girls are always on me. They want to do a calendar. They want to do a quilt calendar, a quilt calendar, a quilt calendar. And I'm like, yeah. I keep pushing it away. But I thought Jessica had a good idea to do. We like to do some sort of charity during our Christmas event, and we did Toys for Tots last year. And this year we thought we'd do the Humane Society or some rescue place because we got Jax this year. We rescued Jax, and it's just so cool to rescue a dog. You feel really good about that. So we thought we would raise some money this year for a rescue or a shelter, and we thought we'd do poochies and quilts, right? Dogs of Primitive Gatherings. So I'm excited about that. Not so much just quilt calendar, but dogs and quilts I can wrap my head around. All right, but we are going to have the shelter or the Humane Society or whatever it is.
It's
Which
called
one?
One Pack Animal. It's where Erica and I got our dogs from.
Okay.
They're going to come and they're going to bring some dogs in that can be adopted.
All right, so we're going to have doggies here that can be adopted, that you can maybe get some kisses or some hugs or some pets in. They will love that. So that'll be fun to have some more dogs here, because right now there's always at least 3 here. Jax doesn't come here. He likes to stay home. And Morty and Bucky and Teddy are always here for anybody who needs to have their emotional support, needs a little. Heidi just lost another bird. Sorry, Heidi. 2 birds she's lost in a couple months, right?
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
2 and 3.
So she's bumming. I asked her on Monday when I came in, I'm like, was it Monday?
You're like, how you doing?
I'm like, how you doing? She's like, not so good. She lost her birds that she's had for a lot of years.
2 parrots.
2 parrots.
1 for 10 years, 1 for 7.
7 and 10 years. Both gone within 3 weeks. Okay, so that's kind of what we have going on here at Primitive Gatherings. Sorry to keep rambling on. But thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you'll find some things you have to have. Help us out. Order some fabric. Get it on sale. Because once you see all these things in person, you're going to want to make something. All right? So take care. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.